it's the Mad Queen here. Welcome back to Two Idiots Playing Ark, or the Queen's Lair, whichever you prefer. If you've seen our last video, we did the beta. This time we're doing the alpha fight on the Lost Island, and I think we've got some, we got some Rexes here, some tech Rexes, we got a Yudi. I don't know, I think we have like 17 Rexes or something like that. Anyways, we did our previous fight with normal Rexes, and it was alright, but because this is a brand new server, we were going to have a better time with tech Rexes, so we went out and got a bunch of tech Rexes and got a good breeding line going. We also only have really basic, only really basic saddles on these guys. We don't have any blueprints or anything like that at this point, and I did try to record this once before. We actually lost the fight, so we lost every single one of our dinos. That was fun. Another reason to go out and why not try tech Rexes. This fight ends up not being too bad. My husband always has a really hard time staying alive for some reason. I don't know why. But thankfully, I'm his knight in shining armor, so I was able to, carry us through to the end there. As far as my Yudi, this is just a tamed Yudi. It's nothing special, as you can see. The stamina is pretty low, and we actually didn't work on getting too many points leveled into it before we used it on the fight. And for some reason, my husband's game has been bugged for a few days. He's not able to whistle follow all at all, so I've been having to do that for him, which you'll see here in a minute if you're curious, like, what the heck are we doing? And as you can tell, we're doing a much better job at actually getting our Rexes to the boss this time. If you don't know and this is your first time watching, then you probably don't know, we did play Ark for a few years previously, but after the release of Genesis 1 came out, we stopped playing for a couple of years, and we've come back. This is our first time ever playing the Lost Island and just kind of trying to gauge it. We didn't watch any content at all before we did this. We really just kind of wanted to figure it out, because before, that is how we would do a lot of stuff on Ark. We would watch a lot of content to try to figure it out. And, it's a little bit more fun wasting some time, wasting some resources, dying, losing some stuff, to figure it out than it is to just know right away what you need to be doing. But this boss is freaking ridiculous, and look at me like an idiot. I'm like, hey, where's the whistle all button? I did finally find it. And then I was like, crap, I didn't put my Yudi on ignore whistles from everybody, whatever it's called, I can't remember. But so I'm here just trying to, get my Yudi unstuck from the mess. This is a really fun fight, and I don't know, even if we get really good saddles, I don't think it's going to make a difference at this point. The Rexes are really good. They have really good stats. On our server, we have health and melee boosted by 1.5 instead of just the normal 1, which is on official servers. So these guys have a little over 100,000 health and around between 3,000 and 4,000 melee, which is really pretty good. They do have mutations into their melee, so not into their health, but into their melee. I did work on actually getting some mutations this time before we went into the fight, which I didn't do before. But this fight it's pretty difficult. It can, I don't know, not necessarily difficult, but it can be challenging. You never know going into this if you're actually going to win or not. And I know after we did do this fight, we did watch a bit of content, especially after we lost. There's an exploit, apparently. We've never done any exploits in the game. I just honestly don't see the point in doing it. I like to play the game as intended for the most part. And, like, I get why other people might do it, but sometimes I'm like, man, it feels like it takes those guys a lot longer to actually do the fight using the exploit than it does to actually just fight like this. But this boss does really dismount you quite a bit, which is extremely unfortunate. And that's honestly the problem my husband has. I don't have it because I'm not on a Rex in its face fighting, whereas he is up in its face on a Rex and trying to deal damage that way. So he does get dismounted, unfortunately, and he does get dismounted just about every time we do a fight, and then it turns into a, oh crap, can I bring this together situation, and hopefully we don't lose all of our tames. I would be actually really sad to lose these guys because, like I said, they are mutated, and we did actually work on leveling these guys up for a few days before we did this fight. So we were a bit more prepared this time, which is like why I like to say, two idiots playing Ark. Here, I panicked a bit and I was like, eat sandwich, drink, heal. But yeah, if you get one of those grenades landed on you, it's, yeesh. It's a good thing we have a pretty good amount of health. We did know that we needed to reset some of our stats, so we did do that at one point as well. We went ahead and used the mind wipe so that we could redo our stats and give a little bit more health, because he really hits. He broke all of my gear, and only one piece was primitive. The other pieces were ascendant that we had gotten out of drops. We still don't have any blueprints for those, unfortunately, either. We've just been lucky with the drops. Although our drops are a little boosted compared to official, and here is a really good showcase of how I'm still trying to get used to keyboard and mouse with Ark. I play every game with keyboard and mouse, but I did play on Xbox specifically. This is on my PC through the Xbox companion app, and I have not gotten the hang of it quite yet. And I was really panicking here because my husband the whole time was like, he's on you, don't get dismounted, you're gonna get dismounted, he's gonna kill you. And I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm trying here, I'm trying to get away, and your panicking is not helping my panicking at all. Because I was a little worried that I wasn't going to get away. I was just trying to circle around and get to my other X's so that hopefully they would jump in the middle of us and the boss would start going for them instead of me, which did eventually happen. And they're all just kind of off doing whatever, so I'm trying to bring them in to kill this guy. But if you look at the numbers here, they do a pretty impressive amount of damage in general. Gosh, they are extremely irritating because it's next to impossible to keep them on the boss and to get them to just fight the boss. They're a bunch of idiots. They've just run off everywhere. It doesn't matter what setting we put them on. We've tried whistling attack target. We've tried neutral. We've tried, everything, basically. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that's easier than anything else. Oh, look at this Rex. He's like, I came to protect my mom. My husband's like, what is that dumb Rex doing? I'm like, he's killing this shit slinger that's not letting me move. This is the point, though, where we were able to actually to beat the boss, and it did go pretty quickly, which was nice. I think you end up getting 440 element from this. I don't have it boosted on my server, the amount of element you get. I was one of the people that played the game very early on, where we had to struggle a lot to get element. So I feel like it should still be a bit of a struggle, except you get way more element from beating bosses now than you did back then. So that is a plus. And, you know, we just didn't feel like we needed to get any more. It's a boosted server, you know, so it's not really hard to do a lot of fights in general. If you guys are interested in joining the server, this is a PvE PvP server. We do PvE 3 weeks out of the month, and then we have 1 week of PvP. So it's not super boosted. We have 3 times harvesting. Player stats are 3 times, except for weight is 5 times. It's not too crazy because, of course, when there's PvP involved, you don't want to have somebody run off with your entire base in their inventory. And also, I like the harvest settings to be sort of low because that means you need to use dinos for harvesting. And why are you playing Ark if you don't need the dinos? You know, because for me, that is really the entire purpose of the game. It's dinosaurs. Let's play dinosaurs, guys. And I don't know. I love this game. It's really unique. There are not a lot of games like this. So anyways, if you're interested in playing, the link, or not the link, the information for the server is going to be down below in the description of the video. I will also have a link to 2 of my Discord servers. One is for the Ark server specifically, or for the cluster. There are 5 maps, and the other is for my overall general community server because I do have 3 channels. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.